Hey guys, hope it's actually working. So today I found a new video, and it's the Scar L, or I believe it's called the MK16, versus the M16. Yes, versus the M16 from Task and Purpose. The reason I felt like watching this
Let's
video
talk about one of the world's
is actually because the Scar was actually in the runnings to replace the Steyr AUG, believe it or not. There are a few photos of the testing. There was one with a ACOG RMR. It was in testing by the New Zealand Special Operations, also known as the NZSAS. So New Zealand was relatively close to adopting the weapon until they decided to move to the Mars L. Without further ado, let me move my camera. Looks alright. Let's do it.
Let's talk about
Oh, let me just.
one of the world's most debated weapons of all time, the SCAR, which was originally developed in '04 for use by the Special Operations community. No, not the bad guy from Disney's classic The Lion King, with a rate of fire of 600 rounds.
Just like to point out that right there is the Scar H, also known as the Scar Heavy. Heavy means it fires 7.62 by 51mm NATO. You can also see the Alcan, also known as a Spectre, and an Armor. The Scar H was the only variant of the Scar actually adopted by the US, for a few reasons. Main one is Scar L didn't really work. Apparently it was cumbersome in close quarters, so that's why it wasn't adopted and preferred over the M4 SOT mod, which they used.
Rounds per minute fired in either the 5.56 or 7.62 versions.
See, 5.56.
The rifle has some major advantages when compared to other weapon systems. It was originally meant to replace the M4A1, which was new at the time, and we hadn't fully worked out all of the kinks with the weapon yet.
That, not wrong, move back, but no, go back. Sweet. Right there is actually the M27 IR, or Infantry Automatic Rifle. So its whole name is M27 Infantry Automatic Rifle, which was made by HK. Basically, it's an HK 416 longer barrel. It replaced the M249 for the United States Marine Corps, although I believe they issue about 2 or 3 per platoon or company, one or the other. And the theory behind it is less rounds but accurate, keeps the enemy's head down, apart from a lot of rounds but not as accurate.
Weapon yet. It was having some minor exploding barrel issues when
the reason for that, from memory, is actually the gas tube. You'll notice that the gas tube on the M4, which is really not sure, I'll probably make a video on it later on. The reason for that was because the M16 originally had a really long gas tube. They shortened it, which they called the Colt XM177, XM Experimental 177 Colt Commando. Basically, just shorten it and it's good. Yeah.
fired on full auto. SOCOM wanted a main battle rifle that was ambidextrous and modular, so you could swap out parts based on the mission. They also wanted barrels that would explode like never. In a dust test, the SCAR suffered 226 stoppages, while the M4 had 886 out of 60,000 rounds fired. The performance of the SCAR is undeniable, but the weapon costs almost...
You can also see, my mouse is no. Okay, it had a foldable stock. You can see the stock adjustment there. So if you're wearing body armor, arm length, left and full, sorry. You've also got a cheek riser as well. So it's pretty decent. made a few CQC variants with a shorter barrel from memory. One of the main advantages to it is if you were in like a tank or a lav, you know, you can basically call something out. I'll probably make a video on the SMGs carried by the Russian Air Force. I think it's a bomber group, I don't know.
3 times the amount, which is part of the reason why only special forces units use the gun. The other part of the reason is you can't trust a line unit with nice shiny guns. Stop calling it a gun. Guns are artillery. It's actually a rifle. Shut up, you lousy 13 Bravo, nobody asked you. You can still find people on both sides of the aisle though. Some claim the M4 is a dumpster fire of a weapon, others claim the SCAR is an overpriced lemon. When I was deployed, you only saw the SCAR occasionally. It was usually slung around the neck of some bearded guy wearing jeans, which only added to the weapon's mysterious pull. The SCAR-H allows the operator to use a weapon conversion kit to conveniently change the rifle from firing 7.62 rounds to 5.56mm. And in my experience, anytime the military tries to make something that's everything at once, it usually fails.
I believe
Anytime the military tries to make something,
I believe there was something that they actually did test. So I believe that was something that they actually did try. From memory. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
That's everything at once, it usually fails. See the Army's universal camo.
UCP was actually designed to be hard to spot under night vision goggles. So you'll see that guy there. He's got a night vision sight. The reason it was created is it was supposed to be harder to spot if you have night vision. For some stupid reason, the US Army was like, hey, we're the only ones that have night vision at this point in time. Let's make a camouflage that it will make us harder to spot. It'll make us easier to spot than would in desert, apparently, though. In a desert environment, at longer range, at decent long ranges, it was also hard to spot. That's why they went from that, the UCP, to the UCP-D, or UCP Delta, and OCP. But those were both for testing in Afghanistan.
Or the F-35, or the Bradley. But every once in a while, the military planning strikes gold. The SCAR has proven extremely popular. Even the enemy is envious of the weapon. In 2005, a captured SCAR was photographed in the hands of a Taliban insurgent. But don't worry, missing SCAR. Maybe after a decade, we'll exchange a few AK-47s for you. The weapon has a short-stroke gas piston system, which allows for the stock to be fully collapsed. That's a key advantage to the platform. It's versatile, reliable, and accurate. The military deemed the 5.56mm SCAR Lite version redundant compared to the newest version of the M4. Now the military only purchases the SCAR Heavy 7.62 version. So why doesn't the Army replace all of their M4s with the SCAR if it has an advantage, you might ask? Great question. Training soldiers on the 7.62 is way more difficult because of the increased recoil. And if anyone used the SCAR-H, it would mean more pounds added to the combat load, which, as you know, is extremely heavy as it is. If you're in a regular line unit, and you're sore about getting this news that you can't rock the SCAR like the Rangers and SF guys do, then you can at least be happy to know you can use the SCAR in Fortnite. Nobody plays Fortnite anymore. All right, who invited the 13 Bravo?
All right, so that's the video. All right, personally, the SCAR, I reckon it would have been a decent weapon, although there are a few people that do use it. Main thing that I can think about it is if you're in a close quarters environment, probably not. Although if you are in a vehicle and you want a short weapon, then probably the SCAR. I'm saying that, I'm not sure. I've never fired it. It's coming to Ground Branch. Hopefully the update comes soon, so we can actually, have something. So that's really it. So hey guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay. See you guys.